record, so we have two parts. So so sometimes we ask for information. We could ask, for example, this here, I think. Yes, public APIs for a lot of service that we could for let's blockchain for books, to have the digital Bible for the Bhagavad Gita, a poetry collection. So you could ask for information from there.
Google Map.
But Google Map you need to
GPS.
No, you need to register on Google Maps. So you choose the API. You cannot use it freely.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
It used to be free. About like 6 years ago, they closed it. Now you have free tier, but end up really fast. If you want to use maps, probably better for you to use the OpenStreetMap. That is not as good as Google, but it's free. But you have, for example, to get random dog facts, for example. So you could get all that, okay? Normally for all that, we need to have information from the web, okay? To get information from the web, what's the idea? You have this on another computer, okay? Normal a server, okay? That's on the web. That you can access to a link, www.google.com. Okay, you can access to a link. So this is something that could take long, right? Because you don't know where the server is. It may need to process the request to return it back. Okay. So it's something that you make a request and wait for the answer. That could take like milliseconds, but could take seconds. Normally, if it take more than 20 seconds, now you think as it failed, okay? Because it's forever in technology, okay? So, in order to work with that, we cannot do that on the main thread of Android. Why is that? Because it could freeze your application. So the user press a button or try to do something, and the application is froze. So we don't want that. Okay. So the idea of doing this is with threads. We could build our threads to do everything on the background. But we could do this with we have a lot of APIs for doing this to make it easier. Okay, we are going to use one from also the Jetpack. Okay, it's not the most popular. I think Retrofit is the most popular, but this one is from Google, so I decided to use the one from Keep Everything on Google. It's called volley, just like the sport. Okay, so the idea of the volley, you pass the ball to other part of the court, you pass it back. So that's pretty much the idea. You pass the ball to the back end and you send it back. That was the idea, okay? So let's try to make a simple application with that. Okay, so I'm going to start a new application, okay? Just for to keep separated everything, okay? So empty one. Let's see, volley app. Finish. So we are not using something that comes with the basic library of Android. So we also need to import on Gradle. So we're going to do here implementation. con.android.volley 1.2.1. Okay, so that's pretty much it, and then we sync it. So it will download everything and create everything for us. Okay, so for application, I just going to use this text view to show some result. Okay, so text view, just going to put one idea so I can use it. Okay, and then on main activity, I'm going to have here text view, find view by ID, r.id dot text view, and then the on resume. Okay, just before the application shows to the user, I'm going to ask for a web service. Okay, so also I'm going to put here request queue. Okay, yeah, call of request queue. This is the request queue. What it is sometimes you're going to make just one request, but maybe you're going to make a lot of requests at the same time. This request queue deal with that first. We could start one request, another, and every time you get back, it responds to it. Okay, so you're going to use that. So on the resume, we are going to do request queue receives volley dot new request queue with main active dot this. You need a context in order to create. Okay, we could also create more than one request queue if you want. Okay, then we are going to create a request. Okay, we have a lot of types of requests. Okay, if you want, you could, for example, let's see, it's here. Let's see, no, oh, here, volley. You have simple requests, standard requests, custom requests. Okay, you have a lot of type of requests if you want to implement. Okay, from image, JSON files. Okay, I make the simplest one. Okay, just for you to know how you could use. So I'm going to create a string request equals new string request. Then requires the method request method dot get. Why is method get? This comes from the how the internet works. Okay, you can have a lot of type of requests. How is they are made? Okay, now the basic type of request is what? Is get. It's the same one. You pass all the information on the URL. So for example, if I want to press, let's see. No. Oh, for example, here, YouTube watch. You see here, question mark v equals that stuff there. That means it's passing a variable v with that value. It's passing directly on the URL. Okay, that's use get. When you use post, what it means? You use is another type of method, but you put this information v equals that thing there inside the header of the request. Okay, so no one can see it. So sometimes you use post because you're going to protect the information, especially if you use here HTTPS because it's secured. So every information is cryptographic, okay, between the parts. Okay. So here we're going to use get, the simplest one. Okay. Then, what we are trying to request, just to make it simple, let's request the Google page, google.com, and then we need a listener. New response listener, that on the response it gets on this function here. Okay. And also new is here, no here, new error listener. So if I have an error, goes into here. Okay. So error, let's put text view, set text, error volume. And that's been the stack trace, so it just appear on the. And here on the response, let's also put that text view dot set text to response to dot plus, but we are requesting also the page from Google. So let's put response dot a substring of it with just the 500 first characters, so it doesn't get too big for the text view that we have there. Okay. And let's test it. Okay. No button, no nothing of interface, just so as to see. Oh, actually, I also need to add this request to the QA. So request QA, add this string request. Okay. Without that, it doesn't do anything, because I didn't make I prepared the request but didn't make it. Okay. We have an error volume. Let's see on the logcat if you can find it, but let's try again. Oh, here I think this is the error. Here, what says? Missing the net permission. Why is that? International also we need the permission from the user. So let's here on the manifest, and let's put here user's permission internet. So we can access the internet. Let's try now. So we see a bunch of characters appeared, probably. Response doc type, you see, it's an HTML file. So we are good to go. Okay. Just for us to see something different, for example, here, random dog fats. Let's see how it. Oh, we get just one. Okay. Let's get this instead. Let's try this one. At first, normally, if you see a library like this, let's see if it's working, right? Application here, yeah, it's not working. Let's see if it change here choose works. No. See. Since it's a free application, where did this? Oh, here. So this is not working.
It doesn't have to be a web service. It can be any URL which works. I can get the
Yes.
HTML data from that, right?
Oh, let's see if it has this Chuck. Oh, Chuck Norris jokes. This one I think works. Oh, here. JSON random jokes. See, let's see here. Let's change this. Whoa. It crashed. Why did it crash?
Where?
String index. Oh, because the length was bigger than the index itself. Here, substring, because now my response is smaller than the what I'm asking for. Okay, so now we have it here also. So the response is kind of like what? Is a JSON file. Okay, normally we have two patterns when we deal with web services. We have them, the feedback now comes as XML or JSON files. Okay, JSON file is JSON object notation. It's kind of like this: open bracket, and you have like the hash map that you use. You have the name and the content, pretty much it. And you can have like integer as well. Okay. So let's see how we can deal with Android. Android JSON parser, something like that. Oh, JSON reader. You probably have here. Oh, you have JSON object, for example. Oh, we just want a specific JSON object here. So let's do this. So you're going to change this string into a JSON object. It probably needs a try catch. Yes, try catch. Okay, because it could break. Result equals JObject get string. Let's see. I just want the code from Chuck Norris. So this is the value. See, Chuck Norris once rode a bull. 9 months later, he had a calf. And let's put it here. Value. And then we're just going to put quote result. Oops, result. Okay. So Chuck Norris likes lots of honey on his Texas toast. Oops. That's why he keeps 27 killer bee hives in his living room. Okay. That's Chuck Norris. Okay. And that's pretty much it what I had to show about Volley. It's pretty simple, okay? You just could also download the images, also choose that, okay?
Sir, if there is an exception, what is printed then? Print stack trace?
Yes, print stack trace, normally it prints the error here.
Okay.
On the logcat.
Okay.
So you have a error prints here. Just like the normal error that we have when it crashes, it prints here.
Okay.
So you can find it, okay? Okay, so that was it. Let me stop the video here.